McCauley at Parade Off in Syracuse, New York, and I have just a couple minutes to talk about kindness. I love kindness. I think kindness is one of the reasons why we're all put on this earth. The way we can show love to one another, constant little acts of kindness, random, anonymous, those are special. There's no cost to our pride or our daily comfort, but what about if it is? What if we have to go out of our way, go out on a snowy night to check on a neighbor or a friend? I couldn't get a hold of my mother for 2 hours the other night, and it really upset me, and I said to Bob, we're going to have to go out and check on her, even though the roads are bad. But then I called her neighbor, and he put on his coat and hat and gloves and checked on her phone was broken. That was kind of him to do that. So when someone asks you to do something at an inconvenient time or when you have to have a little cost to you, that is meaningful. Also, they give you a little couple of tips. Cancel a pedicure to watch your neighbor's 2-year-old. That's kind of humility, isn't it? Decide to stop complaining. I would like everyone to star that, and I'm going to star it myself. Do an anonymous favor for someone who can never repay you. Let's all try that. Smile at strangers. I do it all the time. All the time. I love doing it. Contact a friend who has a lonely life. And listen. Don't multitask. Listen. Be a joyful light filled with hope in the absence of any material evidence of what God has promised. That is beautiful. It is really beautiful. So now I also have added in here, some people came up to me and said, Ellen, I did the South Beach Diet Phase 1 and I loved it, but you dropped me like a hot potato on Phase 2. The only thing I want to say about Phase 2 is you're going to be adding in some fruits, apples, apricots, blueberries, cantaloupes, etc. You're going to be adding in sparingly some starches, whole grain bagels, bran muffins with no raisins, whole wheat pasta, peas, popcorn. That should speak to some people there. Foods not allowed and to be avoided in Phase 2 are all written down. And you might say, why? Because they are not on Phase 2 and the people who made the South Beach Diet have a reason. And then I also put in Italian meatball soup recipe. This is that soup that we made that, everyone listen to this, it has the familiar taste of pizza. So that ought to make everyone want to try it. It is delicious, delicious. And now I'd like to play that song by Lori McKenna, who wrote it for her children. She tells them to be humble and kind. Don't forget faith. Don't forget church. And don't forget to help others. Isn't that a good advice from a mother? I'm going to play that now, Bob.